What is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you through another full body sculpt workout. The name of the game with full body sculpt is mobility and stability. So if mobility describes your body's ability to actively move through a range of motion, so instead of just like cranking your leg up to your butt and pulling your muscles into place, it's your muscles' ability, your ability to use your muscles to achieve certain positions. Whereas stability explains your body's ability to control that range of motion. So it's like, if you were to pull your foot to your butt, that is flexibility. If you were to lift your foot to your butt using your muscles, that is mobility. And then if you were to control the speed at which you're moving your foot to your butt, that is stability, being able to control that range of motion without losing balance, without losing control. Before we go any further though, I have to let you know, today is the launch of the team bands. After a sold out pre-order, we are finally back in stock. I am so excited to get these bands in your hands. Over the past few weeks, I've been sharing a variety of different workouts, showing you how you can work out with these bands. I will put a link somewhere up here to the playlist that contains all the band workouts on this channel, so you can see if you like that training style, if you think that these would vibe, if they would mesh with your training style. Something I've emphasized from the start of ever since we introduced the team bands is that these are more than a booty band. So often you only see booty band workouts, only seeing these used for glutes, but there's so much more you can do with them. We use them for everything from HIIT to core to mobility and stability, as you will see today, to strength workouts, and of course you can still use them for glute workouts, but seriously, from a home gym setup, these are an absolute essential and I can't wait for you to get yours. So I'm gonna put all the info about launch in the description box down below. We ordered as many as we could, but we do still expect this launch to sell out. So if you want to press pause, go grab your band, and then come back to this video. Feel free to do that now. I will be here when you get back. Anyways, the way today's workout's gonna work is we'll have 4 circuits. Each circuit targets your glutes and hip strength in a slightly different way. We're gonna do all the circuits back to back on one side. They're all gonna be single sided. It's gonna get really intense. We're gonna take a little rest, then we're gonna repeat them on the other side for a total of 30 minutes. I will explain the form as we go. So for now, all you need is yourself, your body, a bit of room to move around, as well as your optional team band. You don't need a band for this workout, but trust me when I say it'll take it to a whole other level. So if you're ready to get started, make sure to shoot me a thumbs up and let's get into it. Getting into our first circuit, we're gonna be starting with a lunge-based series. So here I've got my team band just above knee height. This should work, but feel free to move it up if you need to. Our first exercise, we're gonna be starting with our feet just about shoulder width apart. Posture nice and tall, shoulders back, chest up. Then we're gonna be stepping back into a reverse lunge. Raising the arms as we do, maintaining that nice tall posture throughout the range of motion. The second exercise is going to be a reverse lunge with pulse. So same thing on the way down, nice and tall, bring the arms up as we lower. When we get to the bottom, I want you to come to a complete stop. Once we're at a stop, control a little pulse for me, bring it back up. So I'm gonna put that all together. We lower, we stop, we pulse, and then we come back up. The final exercise we're going to be doing, or the third exercise, sorry, we're going to be doing the reverse lunge to a drive. So stepping it back, then as we come up, bringing those arms down to the side, driving the knee through as we do, pulling that belly button in, arms to the side, using the band to deepen the contraction through your core. Final exercise, we'll put those all together into a flow for a reverse lunge to pulse, through to drive, just like that, because we're off starting with that reverse lunge. Adding a pulse for me, come to a complete stop, little pulse, bring it back up. Adding the reverse lunge to drive, so stepping it back. As we come up, Bringing the arms down, bringing the leg through, squeezing down through that belly button. Final exercise combines all of the previous. So we'll be going reverse lunge, come to a complete stop, little pulse, drive it through, just like that. We've made it through our first circuit of this workout. I lied, we probably should have put that band a little bit higher, but next up, we're gonna be moving into a hinge-based circuit. So our first exercise, we're gonna do a hands down hinge to extension. So going down to a crunch for me, what I want you to do is pop that bum up just a little bit, still keeping your shoulders back, putting those fingertips on the ground, and what we're gonna do is just taking little steps for me, back, forward. Back, forward. As we step back, feeling the stretch in this glute and hamstring deepen. Second exercise, we're gonna come up ever so slightly, so just to about here, arms here, or just up and out of the way. We're going to step back. So same thing, we're just raising our body's positioning. Still feeling the hip shifting back, the stretch deepening through here. Third exercise, we're actually gonna start from that extended back position, feeling that stretch through the glute, keeping those hips back. We're going to bend the knee down, come up to airplane, extending through the glute, keeping those hips back. You may need to raise your band. I'm going to for this one, because the final exercise will combine all of those, okay? So it's gonna be kind of crazy. We're going from here to here, forward, up, back, down, airplane, okay? Do your best. I know you can do this. Move at your own speed. Adjust your band if you need to. I'm going to, because we are off. Just a little bit for me. Bring those arms off the ground because we are shifting it back, same as before, just with our hands up. Going from this extended position now, bend the knee, bring it up to airplane. Nice and slow, nice and smooth. Shake, my glutes are burning, so we're going into that final flow right heckin' now. Starting down, shifting it back, bringing it forward, popping those arms up, shifting it back, bend the knee to airplane. So we're combining everything. Hands down, shift it back, bring it forward, hands up, shift it back, bend the knee, up to airplane. Oh, okay. I like that. We have earned Another minute 30 of rest. I don't know about you, my glutes, my little hip muscles, they're on fire. They were actually on fire about halfway through that circuit. So if you're feeling the burn, I'm definitely with you. The next circuit we're moving into is kind of a unique squat-based circuit. Okay, so the way it's gonna look, so we're gonna start feet just about shoulder width or hip width apart. Take your leg, cross it over the other leg. So I'm gonna cross my right leg over my left leg. We're gonna do a little squat. As we come up, what we're going to do is up, shift your weight ever so slightly forward, putting this foot down for support as you do a calf raise on the left. Okay, so I'll show you that again. Right leg goes over the left, go as low as you can in a nice little squat. As we come up, we're shifting our weight forward by leaning, put the right foot out for support, calf raise on the left. That's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is very similar, however, we're starting at that cross-legged squat, as low as you can go. Don't worry if you can't go as low as me. And then out to the side. No calf raise, okay? We're just taking that leg from across over to the side. Third exercise is a compact curtsy. So from here, down to here. So we're in a split kneeling position, back to up. Final exercise, we'll combine them. I'll run you through that when we get there. For now, let's do that cross-legged crunch to calf raise. Same thing, but we're going to take the leg from this side, cross it over, don't worry if you lose your balance, lower as far as you can, then back out to the side. No calf raise on this one. Now we're going to that compact curtsy squat. So what we're gonna do is just like that, opening and rotating to the split kneeling and back up. Final exercise combines all the previous. So start here with me. Cross the leg, lower as far as you can. Bring it back up as we do, shifting that weight forward by leaning with our chest. Calf raise. Bring it back. Cross it over. Out to the side. And now bring it through to that compact curtsy. Up and repeat. So cross the leg. Squat it down, lean forward to calf raise, bring it back, cross it over. We can finish this to the side, compact curtsy. Very good. Whew. Stand it up because we made it through another circuit. I know that you may not have felt like you got a lot of reps there. I know I didn't. I got like 2 or 3 on most of the intervals, but because we're moving with such attention to form and control, it's still effective. Okay, the final circuit we're gonna go into, we're gonna take it down to the ground on our knees. What we're going to be starting with is a kneeling hip thrust. So if you're wearing a band, I want you to move your legs far enough apart so you feel a little bit of tension in it. Starting up here, hands by our sides, posture tall, glutes squeeze. As we sit back, we're leading at the hips, bringing the arms back, then pushing out against our band and squeezing back up to the top, contracting through the glutes. That's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is going to be based on that same kneeling hip thrust. So we're going to be going from here, but as we come up, we're going to step our leg through. Okay, so right leg, I want you stepping it through, then as we lower back down, we're coming like that. So it's up, down, up, down. Okay, I really want you to focus on scooping that leg up under you and not cheating it by swinging it around the side. The next exercise is going to be similar. Instead of stepping forward, we're going to step to the side. So it's going to be here to here, here to here. The final exercise will combine the previous. I'll explain it when we get there. For now, just do your best to follow along. Starting with that kneeling hip press. Next up, we're doing the step forward and back. Try not to cheat yourself by swinging that leg around the side. Taking that leg out to the side this time. Opening the hip as you do. Final exercise, we're going to flow together the previous elements. What I want you to do is come up, bring that foot forward with us, extend it out, swoop it around to the side, like that, then bring it back. So we're moving from that second exercise through to the last one we did. If you're short on room, don't worry, just do your best, as I am. Step it through. Extend, light pressure, bring it to the side, and back in. Whew. And like that, you made it through another circuit, our last circuit actually, for this side. So now you've got a minute 30 on the clock to rest, to recover before we come back and do it all again on the other side. And like that, we are back for round 2 of this workout. So as a reminder, we'll be repeating the same flows that we did on the left side during round 1, now on the right side, because it's important to develop a balanced physique overall. So starting again with that lunge-based circuit, our first exercise is going to be the reverse lunge. So I'm on my right leg, I'm starting tall, I'm stepping back with the left leg, bringing the arms up. As I raise, arms are coming back to my side, maintaining that nice tall posture throughout. Exercise number 2 will be the reverse lunge with pulse. So stepping back with the left leg, coming to a complete stop, little pulse, bring it back up. The third exercise will be the reverse lunge to drive. So left leg back. As we come up this time, what we're going to do though is bring that knee through to a drive, raising it as high as you can, ideally to about hip height, pulling that belly button in and arms tight to your side as we do so. The final exercise will combine the previous 3. So we'll be doing a reverse lunge, stop, give me a little pulse, bring it through to a drive. I am actually going to raise my band a little bit for this one because it got really tough last time when we got to that drive. So I'm going to put mine about mid-thigh, but do whatever works for you because we are off in 3, 2, and 1. Let's do this. All right into the reverse lunge to pulse. nice and tall for me. It's okay if you lose your balance, just bring it back. Final exercise is going to combine the previous two. So starting with a reverse lunge to pulse. Coming through to the drive, just like that. Like that, you made it through the first circuit of round 2. So next up, we're going to be moving into our hinge-based circuit. So as a reminder, crouch it down, putting your hands on the ground. What we're going to do is taking a big step back with the left leg, shifting the hips as we do, to here. Forward and back, forward and back. Feeling a nice stretch and a contraction in your right glute and hamstring as we do so. Second exercise, similar thing, but instead of being down here, we're going to lift the hands, lift the torso up a little bit, back and forward, back and forward. Feeling the same muscle groups at work, really feel it in your hips, glutes, hamstrings. That right side's going to be on fire. Okay, the third exercise will be starting from that extension. What we're going to do though is we're going to bend the knee, then raise to airplane, doing your best to balance, not hitting the wall. I need to move away from it. Final exercise, we'll put all of them together. So we'll go from crouch to extension, forward, lift, extension, drop, airplane. Okay, just like that, doing your best to balance. I know your hips are gonna get tired. I know your feet are gonna get tired. You're gonna feel this flow, especially, I think this might be the hardest one, all throughout your lower body, but I promise it's gonna be worth it. And it's the last time you have to do this workout, okay? So let's make it through in 3, 2, and 1, starting crouch down. Moving into the hands up extension. So same thing, but lifting your torso and your arms up, either crossing your arms or just holding them as I am here. Starting from the extended position, bend the knee, come up to airplane, doing your best to balance. Alright, moving into that last one, I'm going to raise my band up a little bit, okay? But we're going to put it all together, starting in a crouch, extend it back, bring it forward, raise the torso, extend it back, bend the knee, lift to airplane, and repeat. Crouch, extend, bring it back, lift, extend, bend to airplane. Whew. That was a tough one. That's definitely my weaker less balanced, less strong side in terms of hip stability. But getting into our next circuit, we're gonna be doing that cross leg lunge again, or sorry, squat I mean. So, feet shoulder width or hip width apart. What we're going to do is planting the right foot, crossing the left leg over, lowering as far as you can. You don't have to lower as far as me. And as we raise, we're gonna lean forward a little bit, using the left leg for support, giving a little calf raise on the right leg. Bring it back down and repeat. So down the cross leg squat, plant the left leg, little calf raise. Second exercise, we're going to still cross the leg over. So crossing that leg over, lowering as far as you can, then coming up to a lateral tap. There's no calf raise on this one, so your foot gets a little bit of a break. The third exercise is going to be a compact curtsy squat. So staying right here, what we're gonna do is rotating as we squat down, tap that knee, so we're in a split kneeling position, then come back up, okay? Just like that. Final exercise will combine the previous. I will explain it when we get there, because we're getting going, all right? Heckin' now, let's do it. Right into the cross-legged squat to lateral tap. So cross the leg, lower as we raise, lateral tap. Next exercise, we have the compact curtsy squat. So rotating with me, coming down to that split kneel, and back up. Slow and controlled, controlling the rotation through the knee. Final exercise combines the previous. So going back to the first one with me, cross the leg, drop it into a squat. As we stand, leaning, calf raise, crossing the leg over again. When we come up from this one, we're going to be stepping laterally and then into that compact curtsy. So we're really just combining them all together and smoothing the flow. Like that, you've made it through another circuit, which means we're moving into our last circuit of this workout, okay? So taking it down to the ground for me, getting into that kneeling position again. First exercise is going to be the kneeling hip thrust. So if you're wearing a band, I want your legs just far enough apart so we feel a little bit of resting tension here. We're going to be starting up here, tall posture, glutes contracted, belly button in. As we lower, arms come up. As we raise, arms come down, and we thrust those hips forward, squeeze those glutes. Second exercise, we're going to be stepping forward with the left leg this time. So starting from here, as we come up, we're going to lift through this hip, squeezing through the core. Up, up, up. Step it forward. Lift. Bring it back down. And something you'll notice is I'm doing my best to just move that leg forward. I'm not cheating it by bringing it around on the way back down. I'm lifting, squeezing my core, trying to balance, and scooping it back under. Okay, so do your best to do that. Third exercise, we're going to be stepping and opening to the side. So as we come up, like that. So we're rotating the hip, bringing it out to the side, and then bring it back down. Final exercise combines the two previous. I will explain it when we get there, so for now, just focus on the task at hand. 3, 2, 1, because we're off. Starting with that kneeling hip thrust. Thrust to forward step through. Opening it up to the side, so starting down on our bum again, but this time opening the hip, tapping the foot to the side, and bringing it back. Alright, final exercise combines the previous, so what we're going to do, follow along with me, starting on our bumps, come up, step forward, extend out, so we're pulling the band up, squeezing our core. If you don't have a band, don't worry. Hover, 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 hover to the side, and bring it back. For now, just focus on getting it. I know it feels funny. We can work to improve it and strengthen these positions over time. Forward, extend, to the side, to the side, to the side. Bring it back down. It doesn't have to be pretty. And like that, you have made it through another circuit, another full body sculpt. You survived this workout. I feel like I always go into these workouts completely underestimating them. I don't think that would be an understatement. I always underestimate these workouts because they are done so much slower. They're done with just body weight most of the time, or maybe, an optional band, but they do burn. They bring the intensity in a whole kind of other way. I know on that hinge based series, I was really struggling. I felt that from my foot muscles to my calf muscles to my thigh muscles to my hip muscles. Like, I felt it all the way up. So maybe comment down below which series you struggled the most with. If it was that first one with the lunge, the second with the hinge, the third with the cross leg squat, that's a kind of funky one, or the final one where we do kind of the hip thrust and hinging base circuit again. Let me know. I had the most trouble with the second one, but I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna take it as a challenge. I'm gonna take it in stride. So let me know in the comment section down below. But if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to shoot me a thumbs up. I always love working out with you. I'm always grateful to work out with you, and I can't wait for the next one.